Hey, what's going on, y'all? Hey, welcome back to another episode of Soldiers Talk the Podcast. I'm your host, Staff Sergeant McPherson, and on this show, we discuss military topics with current and prior service members. Okay, today, you guys, I told you guys we're gonna be talking about Army mentorship. Uh, we're gonna be talking about Army mentorship, so just make sure you guys stay tuned to the video. All right, you guys. So, like I was saying, we're gonna be talking about Army mentorship. So for the people who just tuning in, I'm Staff Sergeant McPherson. Got about 7 years time in service. And I do this podcast. It's based around military topics. Talk with prior service members and current service members. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it, you guys. So we're gonna go through it, basically talking about Army mentorship and how important it is if you planning to have longevity in the Army or whatever career. Well, in the Army, I'm talking about in the Army specifically. So let's go get started. So I'm gonna walk you through what you need to do from when you get to your first duty station and what you need to do to form those relationships, right? Okay, so getting to your first duty station, I'm just gonna say, with me, how I used to be sort of, well, I still am, I used to be sort of like, I didn't like people to know my goals and stuff like that when it came to the Army, right? So I used to be like that until I had a leader who I had enrolled in school, right? And she asked me one time, she was like, what type of classes you taking? So I used to be kind of like secretive. I didn't want to tell people what I was doing. But I'm gonna tell you guys, so you gotta let your leadership know what's your goals and what you plan on doing in the military. Uh don't always keep them to yourself, because it's some people out there, some leaders out there who willing to help you, but you also gonna have those leaders who try to who not as so willing to help you. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna run into both of them, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have to let people know your goals, especially like uh your first line supervisor, whoever is rating you, or your senior rater. You want to make sure you letting these people know like what you want to accomplish. So, like I was saying, depending on who you are and depending on your MOS and what you plan on doing with your career, when you get to your first duty station, you want to introduce yourself to the people who's gonna have a immediate impact on your career, right? That's your rater, your senior rater. Depends on what you want to do. If you want to go warrant officer, or if you want to be an officer, you want to introduce yourself to these people, right? You want to introduce yourself to these people. So I'm just giving an example for what I did once I got to my duty station. For an example, I knew I had an idea about what I wanted to do. I love being a 92 Yankee. For the ones who don't know, I'm a 92 Yankee. And the next step, you know, is a warrant officer for my MOS, right? Or if anybody else want to do stay as a 92 Yankee, you want to do an E7, you want to go all the way up to Sergeant Major, is it's still relationship that you have to establish to make it to to those to those ranks. Okay, so first thing you want to do, introduce yourself to whoever your rater is, senior rater. Just let them know, let them see your face, and let them know. Do like a informal counseling with them. Sit down, let them know what they expect, what they expect from you, and what you have to offer. what they can expect of you as a NCO or a soldier. Well, NCO basically. So you want to let them know your goals, let them know what you're trying to do, so that way you can set you up for success, and y'all establish that communication. So, and even for the people who want to be officers, people who want to be warrant officers, go introduce yourself to your brigade PBO if you want to be a warrant officer. Well, that's in my case, or whatever warrant officer you want to be. Go introduce yourself to that person, because you're gonna need to know that person when you get ready to, I say, drop a warrant packet or any type of way or anything like that, right? You're gonna have to know these people, so you want to form these relationships and get to know these people when you get to your duty station. For example, when I first got to my duty station, I had an idea that I wanted to do a warrant packet. So I went and introduced myself to my brigade PBO. I basically just walked in there and introduced myself, let them know that I wanted to have a similar career path to him, right? And he was like, "Oh, okay." So we basically started talking about the process and stuff like that. And I would say about a month later after that, he had requested for me to move up to his office. So that explains the benefits of forming those relationships and introducing yourself and letting people know what you want to do right off the bat, because it's people who can put you in certain positions so you can be successful. Uh, so you just want to make sure your leadership, whoever is, y'all seeing eye to eye on things, and nobody, and they don't have to guess about nothing. So another thing is, as far as your if you're an NCO or E1 through E5, you want to make sure you're establishing those relationships, right? So I would say, as a soldier all the way up to an E4, right? You want to have a mentor to where they can let you know everything you should be doing as a soldier. That way, when you reach NCO status, you will be successful, right? So it's going to be a lot of things you have to do. So you want to make sure I would say get with at least I would say get you a good E5 mentor as a soldier, and or someone who have been through that. You want to get you a mentor who's been through that, but uh you want to be making sure you stand on top of your promotion points, making sure you know everything you have to do accomplish to when you actually get to make it to that point, right? Okay, so I'm gonna say like this. So you want to make sure you communicate with those mentors, right? Okay, so NCOERs, communicate. You want to communicate with your raider and senior raider. Uh, you want to make sure you communicating with your senior raider and raider, right? Okay, so I told you guys, make sure you communicating with them. Because these NCOERs are important. You know what I mean? They gonna make sure if you want to put in a packet for anything, those NCORs matter. You know, when it comes to putting any type of packet that you guys want to do, they are gonna matter in the long run. Okay, so now that we got that out the way, as far as like communicating with your leadership, making sure y'all on the right path, E1, E4, making sure that you get you a good mentor, so that when you do make it to E5, you'll already be, set up for success. And as an NCO, you know, make sure you communicating with your raider and senior raider to making sure that they put and give you the proper bullets, so you can so it can give you the proper bullets, right, that you need. So we're gonna get into it, right? So mentorship. So I broke it down into two separate types of mentorship. So you got formal mentorship, and you got informal, right? So I'm gonna start off with the formal mentorship. So the formal mentorship is when you want to idolize someone's career, right? So you want to idolize their career, as in from a professional standpoint. You want to idolize it from a professional standpoint. Just for example, you're looking at your career map and it's different things on there that you want to hit, which your formal mentorship can help you hit, or if you might need to help. Your formal mentor can help you out with they help you out with your NCOERs, letting you know what type of bullets you might need, right? So when like I said, because I had a mentor where they let me know what type of bullets I may need for my NCOERs, and they actually gave them to me so I can look at them. So yeah, those are type of formal mentorships, right? Uh, and you can have different mentors for different things, guys. You might have a mentor, you might be going to a certain school, uh, dropping a certain type of packet, any type of thing like that. You can have mentors for all of these things. You ain't got to have the same mentor for everything, right? You might be going to as a E5 or E6, you might be going to BLC or something like that. You can look for a mentor who is going to help you get through these type of schools, right? Uh, because I know, like me, right? I was say you going to BLC. I always was curious about like to be distinguished undergrad, right? Like I know for a fact to be distinguished undergrad, it takes a lot, and you can look for these type of mentors and just ask them. Ask them like, so what did you do to be what did you do to be a distinguished undergrad? You know what I'm saying? How did you write this paper? You know what I mean? How did you do this? You can it's different. You can do different mentors for different things. Okay, so that's what's the form of mentorship, right, you guys? And so I want to get into kind of like the informal mentorship. So informal mentorship, right? Basically that I basically that peer that a peer that you go talk to for different situations. And I would say you need an informal mentor for it'll be based off situations. It's basically situational when you need these type of mentors, right? Uh, so I would say they can be like a peer, someone with a similar background to you, somebody that gives good advice, and the most important part about an informal mentor is somebody who see things in a different way. That's the main thing you want to do. You want to make sure they see things a different way from you do, because that's gonna matter in the long run. And you don't want people that see things the same as you, because you're looking for another perspective. It's gonna be that difference with perspective that's gonna make a big difference. So I'm gonna give you guys an example. So uh it was I had I have had experiences to where like I have had conflicts, in the workplace with different type of people. Sometimes it can be hard working with different personalities, right? And you want to get you an informal mentor to kind of help you maneuver through these personalities. You know what I mean? Everybody was kind of raised, we all from different backgrounds, so everybody's not going to get along all the time, right? So you want to make sure you have that informal mentor to where like, look, okay, so I'm trying to do my job, I'm trying to do this. Just explain to them what's going on, you know what I'm saying? And having that informal mentor is going to give you a different outlook sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It'll help you out throughout your time in that unit or whatever. And that's the main thing. Like me, for example, I got people that I call uh when I'm just when I might got some when I got a lot going on, you know what I mean? For something that happened at work or something like that, um, it's something that happened at work that's bothering me. I make sure I hit up my mentor and, you know what I mean, just try to get their perspective on that. You know what I mean? Uh, so that's basically what I want to get at you guys, man. Hopefully I covered what I wanted to cover. I feel like I covered everything that I wanted to cover as far as the mentorship. And just to recap what I was saying, just a small recap on what I was saying, you guys. When you get to your duty station as an NCO or whatever, make sure you introduce yourself to whoever. Make sure you make those relationships on whoever going to influence or have an impact on your career or your time there at the in that unit. Make sure you communicate with your uh make sure you communicate with your raider and senior raiders as NCOs. And like I said, as a soldier and on up, right? You want to make sure you got an NCO or somebody who's familiar with being a soldier or has been a soldier. You want to make sure that you talking to them, and you want to make sure that you're learning everything you can learn before you get promoted and make the E5, because people gonna be expecting you to know your job once you make E5. Really, once you make specialist, you should already know what you need to be doing. And that's basically all I got for you guys, man. And before I get up out of here, man, I want to just share a quick video with y'all real quick.
To leave with is to have a plan. The most important thing that I want my soldiers to leave with is to have a plan. I like them to start thinking about their future and what they're going to do 1 year from now, 2 years from now, or 5 years from now. My name is Alex Saxby. I'm a major.
I'm Sergeant Major Melisha Wilson.
I'm Captain Kimbrough.
I'm Specialist Priest.
I'm First Sergeant Seth Leday.
I'm Command Sergeant Major Jackson.
To just be resilient, to be able to ask the hard questions of how someone is doing, how can I make someone's day better? But you have to be at peace with yourself. So if you can do that, and if you can make someone smile or make someone happy, guess what? We can all be great teammates together.
Knowing that I've instilled a level of commitment versus compliance. Having a soldier do things because they want to do them, not because they have to.
It's okay to make mistakes, but it's how you recover from those mistakes.
Really, the most important thing, I think, is the discipline.
The confidence to know that they can go and become better than me.
Be passionate about what you do, be passionate about what your soldiers do, take pride and take accountability for the work that you put in.
In the Army, that's our job, is taking care of the people. And not just the soldiers, but also the families as well. And if they're not taken care of, there's no way they can get the mission taken care of.
The one thing I want to leave with my peers, my soldiers, and my leaders is leading with empathy. Leading with empathy is the greatest way to get soldiers to be inspired by your actions.
Leave the organization a lot better than what you found it once you go into it.
Respectfulness. You have to have respectfulness to have a cohesive team. If you don't have a cohesive team, you can't get the job done.
So one thing I harp on them about, right, is I really want to create a team atmosphere.
Self-growth. I want them to be the best that they can be.
Never give up. I got that never give up mentality. Take advantage of all the resources that the Army offers.
Trust. Being able to trust one another, being able to trust your leaders and your subordinates. No one can do anything by themselves. It takes a team to make the mission happen.
I want you to feel comfortable I want you to feel confident. So when you walk out those doors, you are a totally different person than what you came in. And that's what I want to see.
You know, I go into every assignment, every duty where I want my soldiers to know I model behavior. I set the example. I'm always present. And at the end of the day, I care about what we do. Our job, we take it serious. I take every day, every training opportunity very serious to build the next soldier. I will leave that behind knowing I gave all I had at this profession.
Be all you can be.
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 At GoArmy.com.
All right, I just want to show y'all that quick video real quick. And that's all I have for you guys, man. Hopefully I covered everything about the Army mentorship. I got these hoodies right here. You guys, y'all want to check the hoodies out. You can probably hit me up on Instagram. Y'all see the Instagram down below. If you want to get my books, a copy of my book, I got the I put the link inside the in the comment section. Hold on. We'll put the link in the comment section if you guys want to check out my book. And that's all I got for you guys, man. This has been another episode of Soldiers Talk the Podcast. I'll see you guys in formation.